Good morning. I hope everyone's having a good day today. I wanted to start off talking about one of the things that I had mentioned briefly a couple weeks ago, and that is the 7 habits. So I talked a little bit about what these 7 habits are called and how they're based off of Dr. Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Now, these habits are things that are found in really innovative, inventive, and thoughtful critical thinkers, the people who run CEOs and who run the Fortune 500 companies, people who are, as Dr. Stephen Covey said, highly effective. The first of these habits that we're going to talk about today is be proactive. And the reason I say that is because I really want it to be fun, right? So when we think of proactive, we think of, as the word says, active, right? You want to be in control, you want to be moving, you want to be doing something. And that's essentially what this habit is all about. Habit 1 is all about understanding that we are in charge of our own lives. That means understanding that we are responsible, understanding that we are responsible for making our own decisions, for deciding how we want our life to look, and even responsible for choosing our actions. So when I say choosing our actions, that means that we have to be proactive. We have to take steps to recognize what we want and go after it. That also means we have to recognize how we can choose our own reactions or responses to somebody's behavior. As we've seen in one of my last videos about responding and reacting, we always want to respond. And that means that we want to be proactive. We want to recognize that we can choose how we respond to other people. We don't have to respond with anger. We don't have to respond with yelling our voice. We can respond with kindness, empathy, and understanding. Dare I say it, we can even respond with love. So, like I said, be proactive. The first habit. It is all about deciding and understanding that we have a responsibility and a right to decide what we want our life to look like. Even kids. And I know that's kind of a shocker, but kids have choice. They can choose whether they want to have broccoli or carrots. They can choose whether or not to eat their broccoli. Mind you, those choices come with consequences. You don't eat the broccoli, you don't get dessert. So it's actually a great idea to teach our kids that they can be proactive. They can decide how they want to respond. If they decide that they don't want to eat the broccoli, that's fine. That's their decision. That decision also comes with consequences. So we need to teach our children to understand, be proactive, yes, while also understanding the consequences that come with those choices. If you want to be a kind, loving, empathetic, tolerant, joyful person, there's certain choices you have to make in your life to get there. And it's our responsibility to make those choices. We can't blame family or friends or circumstances because we have the power to do something different. We have the power to act differently, to try something in a different way. So, like I said, our very first habit is be proactive. And it's a great first habit to teach our kids, to teach them responsibility, to teach them that when you clean your room, you get an extra scoop of ice cream. Or if you put away the dishes, the first time I ask you a choice that you make, you get 10 extra minutes of screen time. Or even if you decide that you're not going to clean your room after I've asked you 3 times, you don't get any ice cream. Again, it's their choice, and there's consequences to each and every one of those choices. So I'd love to hear what you have to say in the comments. Tell me what you think of being proactive. Tell me if that's a skill that you're really good at. Maybe you're very responsible. Maybe you're really self-motivated. You can do things really well on your own. Maybe you are great at deciding what you want out of your life and going for it. Maybe you're not. Maybe you need a little bit more help in that area, and that's fine. I'd love to see some of the comments of how you're using this skill, how you want to be better at this skill, how you want to teach your kids to be proactive and responsible, how to understand that they can control their own feelings and responses. Let's make it interactive. Let's make it fun. And as always, let's make it a great week.